Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be tier 4ing Zeus and taking a look at his PvE performance. As we all know, you need to complete the Olympus Epic Quest Deluxe Pack to get your hands on Zeus, so he's a very premium character. So this is what his build looks like right now. We're gonna be testing him as he is right now to see how he performs. I have a 4-star artifact on him and a mighty CTP of competition. So yeah, let's get started with his rotation. The rotation that I am gonna be using in this video is 5 cancel, 6 cancel, 3 cancel, 4. You can also pop in 1 and 2 in the middle. Something weird that I noticed with his kit is that his heal is on his first skill. It's a bit abnormal because you usually see characters have heal on one of their primary skills. However, I don't think it's that significant apart from World Boss Legends. But yeah, we still get so many hits on every rotation. It's actually going to be interesting to see how he scores. So this is where we're going to be keeping track of his scores. And without further ado, let's get started with his first run. So we're starting off with Kang stage 15. It's a bit lower stage because I am using him at tier 370. Usually I test characters out at tier 380. But yeah, I have something interesting up my sleeves. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But coming back to World Boss Legends, I think he's a very decent character for World Boss Legends. He qualifies for a good share of restrictions because of all his typings. But the only issue I faced while playing him was his survivability. His heal being on his first skill really bothers me, and it affected my runs every single time, and I had to try several times for me to get a proper run in. As you can see, even in this run, by the time we were at the end, we were at very low HP and barely making it through. I doubt it's gonna be an issue at tier 4 because it's gonna be much stronger, but at tier 370 it was a big issue. But yeah, now we're near the end of the run, and it seems like we're gonna be ending with slightly above 1 minute on the clock. Still a decent time for a tier 370 for my account. So yeah, with that we have the first scores on the board. Now we can move on to Alliance Battle Extreme. I'm actually interested and excited to see how he does here. Even though he's at tier 370, he has an insane amount of hits in his rotation. And not to mention, he qualifies for 3 Alliance Battle Extreme restrictions: Universal Male Hero, Universal Hero, Hero Alien Male. The restrictions that stand out to me are Universal Male Hero, because previously I would have to use Ghost Rider, but having him now, I can replace Ghost Rider, as Ghost Rider's build was not primarily for Alliance Battle. And also I want to replace Gladiator in the Hero Alien Male restriction, as my Gladiator's build isn't that good, and also I don't really play him that well. Given how easy to play Zeus is, I have high expectations with him. The only downside that I see with him in Alliance Battle Extreme is that he's missing Silence and Burn, but has Paralysis in his kit. But at tier 4 you can just use Strikers to combat that issue. With that being said, we are near the end of his run. At this rate we might actually cross 15 million even at tier 370. That is actually insane. I'm actually baffled at how good he did. He actually went beyond my expectations. He has already surprised me once, but can he surprise me for the second time in Alliance Battle Legends? Similar to Alliance Battle Extreme, he qualifies for 3 restrictions in Alliance Battle Legends as well: Universal Male, Universal Hero Male, Universal Alien. While he can't compete with Mephisto in Universal Male as of right now, I'm looking to replace Ghost Rider again in Universal Male Hero restriction and Gladiator again in the Hero Alien restriction. However, unlike Alliance Battle Extreme, in Alliance Battle Legends, he actually has all 3 cancels in his kit, which makes him very versatile for all the seasons. The only slight thing that I find it a bit inconvenient is him not having a V-pad in his kit, but that would have just been the icing on the cake. If you take a look right now, you can see that all of his skills have the shock cancel, which is a bit hilarious in my opinion. But yeah, now we are near the end of the run, and already with 15 seconds left on the clock, we are near 9 million. which is absolutely insane for a tier 270 again. I'm actually very impressed at how good he's performing compared to his World Boss Legends performance, which was mediocre at best. So yeah, we end the run with 9.5 million, just shy of 10 million. That ends our tier 370 testing. Now we can finally move on to tier 4ing him. Yes, we're tier 4ing him right now. Directly from tier 370 to tier 4 using this premium tier 4 mega advancement ticket. Let's get straight into it. That was an insane animation, and we finally have him at tier 4. I'm so excited to see how he performs now. We received a massive 25,000 energy attack boost, and on top of that we also received a humongous 38,000 HP buff. Now that is insane. Now let's take a look at his stats again. I've made some changes to his build. I made sure to cap out his crit damage. I also added a few more Urus, and I also leveled up his artifact to level 9. It's gonna improve his scores as it directly helps the CTP of competition. But before we go back to our testing, let's take a look at his instinct stats. This is what they look like. And now we can finally move on to his tier 4 testing. The scoreboard is reset, so let the battles begin. We started off with World Boss Legends, so we're doing that here again. Same stage, same everything, but let's see how much better he really is at tier 4. Previously I had some issues with survivability. I doubt it's gonna be an issue anymore. I'm expecting him to be strong enough for me to push higher stages in World Boss Legend Plus. So let's see how this run ends. A minute has passed and we are already in the final phase of the stage. Wow, we actually cleared the stage with a bit over 60 seconds. Zeus might just be him. We have the initial results for tier 4 Zeus. And now things are gonna get even more spicy as we start our run in Alliance Battle Extreme. We already scored 15 million at tier 370. What will his score be at tier 4? In addition to the huge stat buff, he can also utilize a striker with his tier 4 ability. I opted for Miles Morales with his new uniform, but you can use Ghost Rider, Wolverine and Thor are also very good picks in his native instinct. Let's talk a little bit about his build. I'm using him with a mighty CTP of competition, and the main reason why I picked a competition over Rage is because he doesn't have guaranteed crit rate in his kit. If he did have that, I think a Rage would have been a better pick. But as it stands, competition is a better option for him, and in second place it's Rage. Alternatively, you can also use him with a mini Rage Obelisk, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend that for a premium character. But yeah, we're near the end of this run, and with 15 seconds left on the clock, it seems like we crossed 17 million with comfort. We end the run with slightly over 18 million on the board. A decent improvement. I would have expected a little bit more given it was a big jump. But yeah, without further ado, now we can move on to Alliance Battle Legends. Unlike Alliance Battle Extreme, our previous scores in Alliance Battle Legends weren't as crazy, so it gives us a bigger room to improve. Let's see how he performs here. The Olympus Epic Quest Deluxe Pack is looking even more enticing after seeing how Zeus is performing. I already made a video on tier 4 Hades where he actually did pretty well. If you haven't seen that, be sure to check that video out. I'll leave a link in the description. But yeah, with Zeus's current performance, surprisingly enough, I don't regret buying the Deluxe Pack. Even though the main character, Hercules, is pretty underwhelming from the Epic Quest, the Deluxe Pack characters have actually blown my mind. Do you guys agree with me? Leave a comment down below to let me know what you guys think about the Deluxe Pack. Now we are near the end of this run and we can already see that we crossed 14 million. Only a few of my characters can actually score more than 14 million, and now we have another member in that elite club. That concludes our testing. We have all the scores on the board, and now we can finally move on to the comparisons to see how much better that insane upgrade from tier 370 to tier 4 was. So it started off our testing with World Boss Legends, and our tier 3 results were 3 minutes and 39 seconds, which is the equivalent to 219 seconds. We brought it all the way down to 62 seconds, which is an improvement of 71.7%. That is 157 seconds faster. Next up we had Alliance Battle Extreme. Our initial results were 15.01 million, and then we followed it up with 18.13 million. That's an improvement of 20%, which is equivalent to 3.12 million in raw score. And finally we had Alliance Battle Legends. Our tier 3 scores were 9.5 million, and at tier 4 we scored 14.47 million. The raw difference was 4.97 million, which translates to a 52.3% improvement. That concludes our comparison. I'm genuinely impressed at the scores and how much better he got at tier 4. While I was a bit skeptical when I first bought the Deluxe Pack, I am now completely sold. So yeah, as a final verdict, I just want to say Zeus is an absolutely insane PvE character. If you guys have the leisure of buying the Deluxe Pack, I would highly recommend it because Hades and Zeus combined together qualify for a lot of Alliance battle stages, and they actually score really well. The only thing that disappoints me is none of these characters have PvP usability. The main reason being none of them have immortality or revive. But yeah, other than that, I think tier 4ing Zeus was a big success. I can't wait to replace Ghost Rider and Gladiator in my Alliance battle roster. That brings us to the end of this video. If you found this breakdown helpful, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe for more tier 4 reviews just like this. Let me know in the comments, are you guys planning to tier 4 Zeus or still considering buying the Deluxe Pack? But as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.